What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction on the channel, and today I'll be reacting to the first, well, all of Tatsuki Fujimoto's 17 through 26. Title clearly doesn't give too much away there as to what I can expect. And yeah, I haven't looked too much into this. I believe it is a bunch of short stories or one-shot works from the author, Tatsuki Fujimoto, who I believe done Look Back, which I absolutely loved. That was one of my favourite anime movies in general, one of my favourite pieces of anime from last year, as well as I believe he's the creator of Chainsaw Man, which I absolutely loved that first season of. I'll leave both of the reactions in a link up above for you guys to watch if you do so wish. But yeah, I've enjoyed pretty much everything I've seen from him so far. I do think I think Look Back left a bit more of an impression on me than Chainsaw Man, but I still did really like Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen the Reze Arc movie yet, but that looks fantastic, so I absolutely can't wait to watch that on the channel with you guys. But yeah, no idea what to expect here, just a bunch of very different short stories, I do assume. There's going to be 8 episodes in total, and I think I'm going to put them all in this video. I'm not really 100% sure how I'm going to format this yet. It's going to be about 2.5 hours long, so I think I'm going to try and get it all out today. It probably would be better for me to do it tomorrow, but I'll kind of just like, I want to watch them all today. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put this all in one long video for the whole series rather than release. I was maybe going to do 2 halves, but with the YouTube algorithm and such, it doesn't really like that too much. So hopefully through this video, if you guys did want to just go to one specific kind of story, you guys can kind of skip through. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. Again, I think the next thing for Tatsuki Fujimoto will be the Reze Arc movie when that does release, probably in quite some time. That'll be the next piece of this author's work on the channel, I do assume. And I believe this is done by a bunch of different studios and such, so there's probably going to be varying kind of looks and aesthetics and such, I assume. And I'm also assuming that each of these 8 episodes are dedicated to one story each. It says 17 through 26, which is 9. But there's only 8 episodes, so I'm not sure what that's about. History of Homo sapiens. So there's an alien and a human living together, I think they said there, right? Blue guy right here. I overslept. Do you know what? My parents recently got a blending machine. I've been making a few banana and peanut butter with a bit of milk, and it tastes quite nice. This is the cute girl. Reminds me of Hedero from Gintama. Like I say, everybody's an alien. The coolest of insects, right? They're one of the coolest. I'd love to see one in real life. So she's like the tsundere, the tsundere alien. So everything's normal except the fact that everybody is an alien. Oh, but the chickens have hands. Oh, they're humans. They do. That tastes very nice. Okay, so we got some humans as chickens. Okay. (2019). What can we do to beat their transformations? They don't recognize them as humans. Wow. That's lucky. So easily fooled, aren't they? Now they stole a whole culture. Because that wouldn't be the first time that's happened on planet Earth. I mean, probably all you guys have seen the movie, but Sinners is a pretty fantastic movie that covers that topic a bit. Doesn't look like they're going to leave anytime soon. Okay, interesting. I think this episode's about 20 minutes. Some of them are shorter, some of them are slightly longer, but it is kind of interesting to see just how much they can do in that short amount of time. I think back to the anime Giguk made recently, and that done pretty decent with the short amount of time it had. I'll say again, the animation as such looks amazing, doesn't it? This fucking guy. Just because they're intelligent, does that make much difference? I mean, it's like kind of us as humans. I guess that's the kind of questions being asked here at us. Like, what is acceptable for us to eat? We don't eat. I mean, some places eat dogs, but I mean, pretty worldwide, it's not accepted to like eat dogs and animals you keep as pets, like cats and such. And there are things off limits. Maybe if it's what is the threshold? Is it intelligence? For this guy, it seems that it seems kind of wrong because us humans are also intelligent. But what if we were stupid? That would make it okay. We didn't know any better, and you kind of see that in our world. I mean, there's plenty of like vegan and such people that won't eat anything that kind of that has like a life or whatever. You could say anything's life. Like plants have a life. Like plants aren't too different from animals, really. Um, they're living kind of things as well. So it's like, yeah, where do you draw the line? For me, yeah, I certainly would. I mean, if I was desperate, if I was like stuck on an island or something, I probably would. If I had to eat a dog, I would, or a cat or something, probably would. But yeah, where do you draw the line? Is it like a dog has a sense of self, I guess, a little bit, whereas like insects are very much just like, not sure what the word for it is, but they're like focused purely on survival. Lots of animals are, but like insects especially, like are insects okay because that's just their cycle, that's just what we call their cycle of life, to be eaten by some, and because we're the apex predator, we're asking like, yeah. Whereas if humans weren't here, if again like wolves or something was the apex predator, they wouldn't be thinking about, oh, is it moral for me to eat this? They'd just get on with eating shit. They'd just get on being the apex predator. Whereas us humans have enough intelligence, and these aliens have enough intelligence to actually think about these things. Yeah, is it the same thing though? I mean, there are certain ways of eating things as well. If things are like brought up cruelly or like made in a horrible way that's unethical, then that's also like an interesting question. Okay, I like the start of this one a lot so far. I'm hoping they're all just like quite as weird as this. I do know the author is just purely based off Chainsaw Man is quite weird in a good way. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping they all have like settings and such as cool as this. Go 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 go! That's what Japanese chicken sounds like. Why? Oh shit. Oh, thanks for the heads up. Well, they all got like Japanese names as well. Bogies is my favorite food. So, what's that wrong about chicken? It is lovely. I do wonder why these guys find it so weird. I mean, I guess it might be that thing of to again, from my perspective, to some Asian dishes, it seems a bit weird. Like, again, I know some places in China and such, they do eat like bats and so on, so that seems like strange. Like France, they eat slugs and shit. So this is one of the transformations they spoke about. Let's go watch the new kid eat chicken. Oh my god. Chicken. Oh, look at those cheeks. Chicken. They're cats. Ah, we had some whiskers. No, I'm fine with cat. I'm fine with cat, thanks. Oh my god. Oh, let's go. Why is this guy so cool? He obviously seems a bit more intelligent than the rest, but oh shit. He's oh my god. The voice actor work's been fucking incredible as well, by the way. Now she looks like she's got a hell of a transformation. I don't know what it is about this author. Like sometimes with these type of works, it kind of seems too out there. Like they're going too far to be like edgy and different. It's like, oh, you're just trying to be different. You're just trying to. But with this guy, it all seems so like natural. It all seems so like I really like. Again, everything I've seen from him, including this so far. I mean, it's only 10 minutes. We've got half left, but really enjoying this. And it's like it's so out there. It in a good way. Like I said, it's not out there just to be out there. It's out there in a way that actually like complements the story. I think. I don't know. There's something about this guy's style that's just like really, really cool. Hence why he's probably so popular. But yeah, it's just something like quite charming and awesome. Like the animation looks like I wonder what studio done this one because this looks incredible. By the way, this has looked incredible. Yeah, there's just something like flashy and a bit edgy to this that is like Not negative. In some cases it would be a negative, but it's like a massive positive in this author's case. For me. Maybe that's different for some other people. In fact, I know it's different for other people from like reviews I've seen on Chainsaw Man and such. But it's like, it's really charming. I'm absolutely down with it. I mean, these humans are essentially chicken right now, to be fair, aren't they? This is like when KFC went down during COVID. This is a boss arena if I've ever seen one. Oh shit. Got squished. Oh my god. What just done that to us? The police. Jeez. Fucking police. Oh, he survived that? I have no right to live. I spoke about this the other day on a video. You guys seen the movie Chicken Run? It's like Japanese Chicken Run. Six months earlier. Lovely. Streaming. This devourer. That's one creepy bastard. Like, that looked like a bit of Demogorgon, didn't it? Man, I used to love Stranger Things. It's just, I don't know, it's just been so long. Like, I still like it. That's just something that's, yeah. So this is why he questions. It would, if you were the apex predator in this situation. It would. He does look a bit different, doesn't he? I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Promised Neverland as well, which is a fantastic first season. Oh shit! That was going on here? I assumed that was the guy that was questioning things. They looked like the same kind of similar, I guess, race. I mean, the race is alien, but this guy and the guy that protected them earlier kind of look similar. I got them a bit mixed up. I thought that was his, like a bit of his backstory with her. I mean, it makes sense that it wasn't, they didn't recognize each other. But he went undercover this whole time. Holy crap! Look at okay, interesting. Well, yeah, I'm really interested to see what his findings are here. I mean, his actions speak for themselves, but interesting. Is that a conclusion a lot of humans have come to? No, because I'm not going to give up meat. I'm not going to give up eating chicken and beef and such. Yes, they're like definitely worth thinking about, but I'm not going to do it. Prime. Oh shit. These things do look kind of right out of Doom, don't they? And Chainsaw Man. They're quite similar to some of the designs in there. Are they going to run into each other? Just two chickens. Good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of inevitable. There were people, yeah. For a short, very short, minute amount of time. But it was a definite. It was a definite thing that happens. As short and as small as it was. A couple of clucking chickens. That's quite the name. A couple of clucking chickens. Okay, that was really good. I like that. I like that. That was really good. The animation was incredible, wasn't it? Jesus. Like I wasn't expecting it to go too hard on that side of things today, but that looked phenomenal. Cygames Pictures and Wit Studio involved. Makes sense. Probably two of the best studios as of late. Okay. I think that's probably it. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this one. Again, I'm probably just going to continue on the episodes for the video. Again, I'm still not really sure how I'm going to format it, but yeah, thank you for watching this one. Again, if you want to watch a specific one, you can kind of skip through the video. But yeah, really good stuff here. Again, it looked fantastic. It was an interesting story as well, especially considering it's only 20 minutes. That's always the thing. Again, I brought up Barn from Gigak earlier. It's really hard to kind of fit a whole story that you actually get invested in such a short amount of time. But they've done a really good job here. Again, it was kind of relatable for us. I mean, the roles are reversed here a little bit, but relatable. It does bring up those questions. Like I said, I've asked those questions of like, I'm not going to stop eating meat, but I would definitely feel different if there was two steaks in front of me. If one was made ethically, as ethical as you can be anyway, like the cow having a good life and such, and one was made just like breeding the. I mean, they do a lot. Them do these breeds kind of cows and such to be bigger, to have more meat on them, and for their whole existence to be that. It's just, again, it brings up those interesting questions that I think about. I don't want to think about too much because you don't like the answers you get. It's kind of those things. It's kind of like death. When you think about death, like late at night, and you think what happens when you die and such. Just those questions you kind of avoid a little bit, put the back of your mind because you don't really kind of want the answer to. It's a little bit similar to that. And yeah, bringing that to the forefront right here. Again, it looks incredible. Voice acting was amazing. Again, just the charm of the characters and like the little moments and details I thought was really good. And yeah, very impressive first episode. If every episode is going to be like this, then I'm absolutely going to love it. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments, and we'll get straight on to the next one. Okay, back with episode 2 of Tatsuki Fujimoto's. Is the title of the work 17 through 26? I imagine that's just I don't know. They've all probably got their own separate title, but yeah. Really enjoyed that first one though. Really enjoyed it. a bit of a crush on his teacher. Okay, there was a few I did. Funny enough, the one that I did, I currently play football with her son. This guy is obsessed, isn't he? I mean, she kind of looks like she could be 12 or 13 or whatever as well. Who's this? Homeless man? Oh my god, he's got a gun. Get on this door. Tell her. She trying to help us? So as I did expect, this does look quite a bit different than the first episode, doesn't it? I did expect there to be a variation of styles. Which is one of the good things about this as well. So yeah, I feel like this guy's trying to help us. That classic horror character type of like crazy old man you think is crazy. He's in that kind of category, but he's actually talking like perfect sense. So she's a criminal? But he was in love with her as well. Do you reckon that's him from the future? Maybe that's him that's time traveled from the future. He's got to sort out his younger self and get back on track to Tokyo University by killing the crush that ruined all that. That's not the case. Okay. Is she guilty? I feel like you're guilty. I feel like that kid's so in love with her that he might stand up for her here. What's about to happen right here? There was a few times that they did warn me on these episodes about something happening. I didn't read specifically, but a couple of the episodes did have like warnings on them. Like right here, right now. This kid's so cringe. I mean, I say kid, he's an adult, but he is like a kid, isn't he? Like right here. What the hell? What the hell, bro? Goddess and filthy man. I reckon that's his name in the credits. Filthy man. Like, you should not be having those images of anyone in your head, honestly. Held her up like that. And he does. I did expect this. Again, they're very. I feel like they're similar. I feel like that could be him in the future. Hence the whole time travel plot I came up with. You not think she's had sex with anyone in her life before? That's the kind of pedestal he puts her on, I think. She's a perfect saint. Imagine if he stops it. We just enter the Matrix. So that happens when you're about to die. Yeah. Which one? Live or have your teacher crush have sex with another person? Which would you pick? Good question. Good question. Maybe, yeah, maybe the value's coming in here. You're actually thinking now. Do I really value this woman above my own life? Absolutely should be thinking that right now. I mean, that's a pretty classical dream for a kid. It's pretty impressive you can carry that on from being a kid to like a high school and still have that dream. Because that is a lofty ambition. Yeah. Again, that's why it was kind of impressive. Exactly. But again, the impressive thing is he can continue for that to be his dream. Oh. Yeah, you'd trade that in for your crush on your teacher. Feel like if he thinks rationally about it, he won't. You think I'm an idiot? Yeah. Makes a very good point there. I agree. I've always tried to keep that in my mind of that whole logic of like you've never got a 1% chance. It's a 50-50 whether it happens or not. Whether that chance is 0.01% of happening, it either happens or it doesn't. That's kind of in a similar line of thought. Obviously, I don't believe that true for everything. He actually he actually caught it. He actually entered the Matrix. I was kind of half expected to just go through his hand and through his head, but he actually caught it. Wow. What are the chances of that? Man, you'd absolutely be heralded as a superhero if you'd done this in school, right? This motherfucker caught a bullet. He'd be a legend. Could he do it again? I mean, that's that whole thing. Like, I guess it's not absolutely impossible to stop a bullet like this. Pretty much is. But there is always a chance, I guess. Maybe it was a dud or something. Some kind of crappy bullet. Didn't fire properly. Who knows? It's still revolving? I guess that's always a chance of happening as well, yeah. I thought it was talking about the bullet. I thought it was like still spinning in his hand. I was like, it's not ripping your skin up. So he's from the future. I thought that guy was from the future. The hell, bro? I guess I was kind of on the right track with the time stuff, I guess. That's your common sense. And now that's your common sense that he stopped a bullet. Okay, you know, this is interesting. I'll kind of question of perceptions right here. You shoot yourself in the head right now. No, it's not 100% guaranteed. So he's not actually from the future, is he? You get into Tokyo University at the sweet old age of like 50. That's pretty good. That's the thing. Would you guys accept going to prison for an amount of time if that was guaranteed for you afterwards? Maybe, maybe. So that the facial expressions really are intense as fuck, aren't they? Well, look, surely at some point as an adult you're like expected to have some experience, right? Do you reckon it happened? Like, is he on the moon? Is the kid on the moon? He is. Look at him. Basically. Like, it's pretty crazy. He's still in contact with her 20 years later. Was it? I mean, I guess in a sense, maybe it was. She gave him the power to, I guess. Yeah, I guess she kind of did in a sense, not outwardly. She obviously wasn't a god, but yeah, in essence, she did kind of give him the ability to have the chance to do that. I guess. Okay, you can't really take too much literally here, can you? In this one, but yeah, another really good one. Some interesting questions popped up here. Probably stuff that went way over my head, to be honest with you. But yeah, interesting kind of school shooting situation going on right here. Yeah, I think I took this one as again a bit of a story of self perception and what you think can be the case. I've done that plenty of times where you see like, especially in like relationships and stuff, you see no good ending, you see no kind of good thing. You just see issues and problems and things, so you immediately write it off. But in actuality, that's just like all stuff you came up with in your head of possible outcomes, like what this guy done with his kind of future. And maybe it would have been possible. I mean, it seems incredibly unlikely that he would have left prison, gone to Tokyo University, and a family, and so on and so forth. But the possibility is always there. So yeah, pretty interesting one. Again, some interesting designs and style towards this as well. I really liked it. It was quite extreme, not quite One Piece kind of level of extreme facial expressions and such, but almost just as intense. It was yeah, it was quite the intense one, this. And yeah, I like the message here. It was pretty cool. I think I did enjoy the first one a little bit more, but again, I've been very impressed with these two so far, so hopefully we can continue that. Again, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments, and we'll get straight into episode 3. Okay, back with episode 3 of the Tatsuki Fujimoto episode. Sorry, I just absolutely glitched out my timer there. Yeah, really enjoyed the last two. This one quite a bit shorter than the last couple. I think this one's about 12 minutes long if we're including the credits. If we're not including the credits, sorry. So even less of a span of time to achieve something here. But again, really enjoyed the last two. So forward to seeing what we've got here. Kind of reminds me of the endings of Chainsaw Man in a way, of like the different styles and such, which I thought was amazing. And like such an effort that they really didn't need to go to, but they just went that extra mile in that series. Also, not that this really matters all that much, but I imagine it was expensive as well. So this author's works are getting some really good treatment, aren't they? In adaptations. It's usually the case where the source material is not treated all too well. Much more common. And so Yuri. I had to put his pants up for that. It looks like the UK outside. I mean, even that, I'm pretty sure that was that was almost the UK flag right there. Literally a tsunami outside. Love is blind. So pretty much all of these have had focus on school settings so far as well, which I find quite interesting, especially considering the lack of that from Chainsaw Man. It's quite a big thing in Look Back to an extent. I'm not gonna say quite a big thing. They were students. It wasn't like a massive saying, but yeah. I wonder if they're all going to be school focused. Intense start. It must remind me a bit of. That's the least. That should be your main priority, but okay. Right now we've got girl troubles. Yeah, this reminds me a little bit of what's it called? Junji Ito. A little bit. Remind me of some of his works. Not horrific, but like in a sense of like strangeness. There's like strangeness to the people. I don't know. So one feels a little bit less heavy than the other two, I think. This one maybe a little bit less deep in terms of what they're exploring, perhaps. This guy likes to put his pants up like that, doesn't he? Give himself a wedgie. I'll tell you who she reminds me of. She reminds me of Sushi from Hunter x Hunter. Just in how good of a student she is. She's even got the same thing as the putting the pants up, except it's hands on hips. Oh, you just know if these guys are at your school, they were the most hated. Sounds stupid when you're older, when you're an adult, but they care too much. Like when you're in high school, people that care too much, take things too seriously, usually not the most popular. That sounds silly when you're an adult, because they're the people care most for. People you want to have around you when you grow older, but in high school that's like seen as like uncool and yeah. I can't cope without you. How could you even say that to make a long story short? Chigo! She's so ready for it as well. Now he's getting robbed. Really? You're robbing kids? I don't know why you didn't bother trying to rob kids, even if they did. It's the most amount of money these guys would have on them. But just give him his outfit? That was quick. How much is he gonna give? Again, he's kind of giving Junji Ito creepy vibes, honestly. I've got bigger issues than you right now. Who now, bro? Who now? Some kind of interdimensional being? Fuck it. Okay, well, thanks for consulting. I've got too many teen issues. This is my teenage love right here. guy is determined, is he? If you don't love him after all this, my god. I mean, that shouldn't be the thing. Like, we shouldn't expect her. We shouldn't expect her to. But if she doesn't, then oh my god, this guy is gonna go through it. $10, bro. And I'm not sure you're gonna be able to. See you. She's not gonna like him, is she? Again, she shouldn't have to, but like, this was intense. He done it. He done it. She looks happy. They're blushing. Blessing. Now you can't destroy the planet after that. No way. Oh wow, that kind of looks like her. One young boy's teenage love saved the world. I guess he got rejected. He actually ended up giving money to him. I guess he got rejected. But no one to share it with. Probably. Oh, she's still here. Yeah, I can get that. I can get behind that. Oh, nice. Nice happy ending. Okay, well again that was very much that was very much a very different type of story than the last two, wasn't it? This one a little bit less metaphorical, a little bit more kind of in your face, upfront, honest. And I liked it. I liked it. Again, very different from the last two, but I'd say it's probably my least favourite of the three so far, but they've done really well considering it was 13 minutes. I think it was a good idea that they kept it quite simple, kept with this amount of time. Again, there's not too much you can do in 10 minutes, but yeah, simple, effective. That's the thing. I like simple if it's done in a good way. It's kind of like just like Free Ren or something, for example. Or the best anime, or my favorite anime, is like relatively simple concepts that are done extremely well. Love is Blind. And yeah, I thought that was really well done. Yeah, again, the animation style and such, pretty cool. A little bit in line with the last one. Had a lot more in common with the last kind of style, but still very different, wasn't it? Very intense. Again, not quite as intense facially, but very intense situation here. The whole world was literally on the line for this guy's love. But yeah, I like this one. Again, not too much to comment on here, but yeah, another enjoyable one. Probably my least favorite, but even saying that, it's still like an 8 out of 10 for me. Like, I still really damn enjoyed it. But yeah, we'll get straight on to episode 4. Let me know what you guys thought about this one as well in the comments. Okay, episode 4. I'll just get straight into it. This one, for the rest of these, I'm probably just going to be recording straight one after each other. I did have a little break between the first one and the second and the third. But yeah, back to around normal time, about 16 minutes for this episode, so slightly longer than the last one. And I'm not sure if this means anything, but this was the smallest kind of file size, so I'm not sure if that meant anything. I assumed it was the shortest episode, but it's not. Subtitles are extremely small. Subtitles are extremely small. What about the irony of that action right there? You've hit a kid. Yeah, the irony right there is insane. I've said this before, but that pretty much used to be me. I mean, I wasn't going around picking apart insects, but I used to like collecting them and digging up dirt and such. You're at fault as well. You're just watching the shit, bro. Yeah, I wasn't like doing that, but I would like my insects. Good. But apologies if you can't really read the subtitles too well. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's because of the style of this episode. The subtitles are really small, so hopefully you can see them, but I'm not sure you'll be able to. Shikaku. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go to normal kind of size. Clearly this character looks a lot like Makima, doesn't she? She's an assassin. I love her voice actress. I think that's Eiko, right? What was that? Sugita as well. Wow, you got a few awesome voice actors here. Like, I feel like with this style, oh my god, here's some juicy eyeballs. This is for your Berserk adaptation right here. Yeah, with this kind of style, usually it's really good that they put the subtitles in the black part so they don't go over any visual, but I'm not sure why they haven't done that here. You really interesting. Not dead, is he? Somehow. Immortal? That fucking head off. So I feel like this one's probably gonna be a bit of a simpler one as well. Oh, you guys know I love that shit. I love my regeneration. Transformation, regeneration, mutation. Any tation. I like my tations. So, what happens if we burn? So he's a vampire. What if we burn him? Silver, no, silver's vampire, werewolves, isn't it? Stake to the heart, holy water, cross. Some other ones, sunlight. I feel like he's fine with sunlight. Those twilight vampires. Light would be too easy. Why would he hire someone for that amount of money? He could just die to light. Starvation. There's a few things we could try here. Well, it's the classic thing with vampires, isn't it? Eternal life. It's not all it's made out to be. Hmm. Why it's often referred to as a curse more than a blessing. Maybe this is a bit more than a simple one, as I suggested it might be there. I thought it might just be the premise of her just trying to kill him the whole episode, but I guess not. I'd be down for that. I'd absolutely be down for that. The Black Widow has fallen in love. She kind of looks like a Titan from Attack on Titan for those. It hurts to be loved and accepted, eh? Oh, she kept him alive? I thought she like killed them and just took their eyes, but she actually only just took their eyes. Wow. I mean, it's also very, very cliche that vampires are very attractive and very promiscuous, and yeah, something about them that attracts people. Probably. So yeah, just put the TV on. Oh, she did get spotted. Oh, he seems invested. Fucking stormtroopers over here. Oh, she's just, they are hitting her, but. No, you're one lucky guy. Ooh, ow. I mean, yeah, but you gotta love it. Look at that fucking kid bagging his legs like that. She's fucking cringing big time. Okay, okay, it's not just one-sided. Which is like the ultimate compliment coming from you. They're bored by everything. Jesus, bloody hell. So I'm probably going to be totally wrong here, but I feel like he's going to end up killing her. Is she even still alive after all that? I mean, it looks like it, considering all the fucking police and dead right here. Or is he going to turn her into a vampire? Which is essentially killing her in a way. I mean, it's not, but it's like her heart will stop beating. In that sense, it's killing, but she will be forever alive in another way. So yeah, yeah. I'm not sure he would ever do that. Like if you were him and you were suffering like this, why would you ever give anyone else? Why would you ever make it want anyone else to suffer like that? Bro, I hope he doesn't turn her. Why? To suffer like you? He is as well. Damn. That sucks, honestly. I didn't mean to say sucks. Yeah. But that does suck. Like, why would you do that to her? Why would you, who has suffered for so long, do that to her? I mean, I get where he's coming from. He wants to spend more time with her, and it's very selfish. That's what I'm trying to say. Very selfish. Maybe she won't have the same reaction. Jesus. Yeah, maybe she won't get bored, but I don't know. Lovely bit of rip and tear right here. Yeah, I'm loving that side of this episode so far. The gore was pretty fucking awesome. What was that? Oh, just the sky. I thought it was like some flying saucer or something. Some big hole in the sky. Yeah, even worse. Imagine he gets bored after 10 minutes with her. Now he's just made this girl suffer for eternity as well. Very selfish. Very selfish. 200 years. Oh, he's still laughing. Oh, listen, she's got white hair now. Yeah, I was gonna say like vampires can't really eat normal stuff in most movies I've seen. Pretty much all vampire movies. So fair enough. I did say it was extremely selfish, and it was. But she kind of found meaning in him as well. He found meaning in her, and she found meaning in him. So it's fair enough. At the end of the day, it's not as bad as I said it might be. But even so, like, what if they did get bored of each other after 500, 1,000 years? You just doomed her alongside you. So yeah, my point still stands. But it's nice seeing this, I guess. It's a fancy cake, that isn't it? Is that onions? I'm not sure what that is in the middle. But yeah, pretty fun one. I do think this was had a little bit less again than the first episodes in terms of like metaphors and so on. But pretty fun. Again, you guys know I love my horror, so I love the gore, I love the regeneration and the exploding of heads. I mentioned earlier with the eyeballs, I love my berserk, like flying eyeballs and shit like that as well. And yeah, it was a fun one. I think we've gone 4 for 4 so far, so I can't imagine there's going to be any here I don't like. Which you'd think in like a series of very different kind of stories there would be, but yeah, all pretty fucking awesome so far, aren't they? I do know the last one was about 30 minutes. I know there's another short one coming up as well, so see how that goes. But yeah, fun little concept here. Nothing kind of majorly new. Vampire and assassin girl trying to kill him. End up finding meaning in each of their lives. Nothing kind of like majorly new here, but again, done well. The animation was great, simple, effective. Another good one. Let me know what you guys thought about that one though in the comment section. I do love my vampire movies. I would say my favourite is probably Fright Night. That's probably the one I'm most nostalgic for. I think I mentioned this earlier, but Sinners is absolutely fantastic. I watched that in IMAX earlier this year, and that was incredible. Especially the music, I thought was probably the best thing about that. But yeah, I love my vampire stuff. What's the I've literally got a t-shirt of it. Lost Boys, that's another classic I absolutely love. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comment section, and we'll move straight on to episode 5. Okay, episode 5 coming up. I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think this is probably the longest one out of all of them. It's definitely the longest one so far, being 23 minutes, including the credits, so probably about 22 minutes in total. So yeah, this one I expect to be maybe one that covers the most in terms of themes and so on. As usual, no idea what to expect story-wise, but let's have a little look. Maybe the world has been finally corroded. The ocean level risen that much. No, I can't remember too much from my childhood. There's very specific memories and such that stand out, but like generally, I seem to remember quite a bit less than other people of the years when I was like, I can't remember anything when I was like 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, 5 years old. To be honest with you. Watch out for the mermaids. And that is classic kind of mermaid lore, isn't it? Like there's the romanticized like Disney version and such, but then there's this kind of side, I think. Funny enough, we were watching This Monster Wants to Eat Me that's airing this season as well. That's really good. Something slightly similar going on there. But yeah, there's like sirens and all sorts of like mermaid-like creatures out there that are quite scary. They aren't real, of course, but in like fiction. Is he a mermaid? Like, how's he doing this down here? What's going on here? Oh, there's one. Attracted to the sound, has she? It's wearing a school uniform. And she's there to help him. Again, I brought up Berserk in my last reaction. There's like Meros as well, which are pretty cool in Berserk. Pretty cool creatures. So she's been watching you. Imbecile. What's this called? Mermaid Rhapsody. I can't lie to you guys, I've got no idea what a Rhapsody is. Of course I've heard Bohemian Rhapsody, but that's the extent. No idea, I can't tell you at all what it means. Do you know what, we think the same of dolphins, which I guess you're kind of like. Hey, did she not just get like 5 times cuter? She just looked like 5 times cuter in that one specific shot. Why is this a thing in the first place? I shouldn't question it too much because this author seems pretty out there. Probably plenty of stuff in the last ones I could have questioned. Plenty. But yeah, a bit odd. Like, I can't imagine a piano would function in the water, right? I think it is like a special underwater piano, though, to be fair. Oshihide. Okay. So they did say known to eat humans. They're not famous for that. They're not. That's not all they do. Clearly. So yeah, I'm not majorly worried here, especially considering her seeming like her nature seems quite nice. But there's no way they didn't see her. But yeah, it's not. Maybe that doesn't happen all often, but they have, like they said, been known to do that every so often. Maybe there's a human that tastes succulent enough. So I did say that a minute ago, didn't I? I said she looked like 5 times cuter. Maybe 5 times was a bit overkill. But there was different perspectives of her back here, wasn't there? That looked very different, all of them, from each angle. And I think that was intentional. So I think some of it was from his perspective, and I think some of that was from our perspective. like our perspective being the maybe objective perspective of like, I don't want to sound rude here, but like a wildlife documentary, for example, like the perspective of that, where it's just like unbiased, it just shows all. Whereas I think some of the shots were from his perspective of her maybe looking a bit cuter than she was, and a bit more angelic. And I think what's happening here is that he's kind of putting what he remembers of his mum onto her, although I could be wrong about that. But he's definitely kind of making her look different than she actually does. Maybe that little bit of niceness has gone a bit, like, has been taken for a and it sounds weird, but like someone shows you kindness, and like that thing where if a girl's kind to you, you think she's flirting with you, but she's actually just being a nice person, something like that. I don't know. Might be just talking nonsense here, to be honest. Yeah, but like perhaps he's like projecting his mum onto her or something. I don't know. Hamburger. Oh, it's an ampan. So you have ate a human before, have you? Not exactly reassuring. I suppose you can be spared. It's not really you I'm worrying about, to be honest. I'm not worrying if any more. If your kind come around here, honestly. Getting a bit flustered down there, aren't you? Getting a bit flustered. I mean, it's not something I've thought about an awful lot at all, really. But how would a relationship between a man and a mermaid even work? Like, with your bits. Tail wagged. This is way too nice right now, isn't it? Something disastrous is going to happen. Adds to the thrill, though, I think. I mean, I have experienced this with real people, where you're a little bit scared. Maybe everyone has, but you're a little bit like, oh, you know, someone's above your level, you know, like and you just go for it anyway. It's like that's a bit of the thrill of it in a sense. Slightly similar feeling here. The mermaids are here to eat your soul. Oh, damn. Well, I thought that was his dad for a minute. I was like, fuck hell, you aged. So he had an incident with him there. Oh, that was a shark. That's incredibly rare, right? Why? Oh, she got you as well? She smelled the blood and... Wow, really? Again, is that not like incredibly rare? Sorry, I'm questioning. Like, I probably shouldn't question things so much, but Like shark attacks really are incredibly rare, right? Like incredibly. Like what reason did the shark have to attack him here? None, seemingly. And it's almost like she reacted like a shark did, funny enough. Like she was the shark. She reacted to the blood the way a shark would. Interesting. Seems like he's lucky to be alive. Quite a cute looking shark, isn't it? In that shot. Not this one. In that shot a minute ago. It's quite cute looking, actually. Oh, Brucey. She got intoxicated. Interesting. Get yourself a girl that eats you. I would too. I would too. Hell, the movie Jaws stopped people going to the fucking beaches and ocean for God knows how long, and affected how many people, let alone having an actual experience. Although, funny enough, you do see like surfers and such that have had incidents like that. It's your fault for bit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, even like a movie has affected people so much. So yeah, an actual experience, I would not go anywhere near. But yeah, you see, I've seen surfers that have had like incidents. Not that this is something I watch every day or something, but like years ago, I remember watching like some surfers that had incidents with sharks and such, and they go right back out there. It takes a little while for them to build up confidence again and such, I think. But yeah, fair play to them for doing that. But what is this girl on about? It's your fault for being here. Shut up. No, that's not an excuse. You can't use that as an excuse. I mean, it's fair enough. If you eat humans, you eat humans. I mean, it's whatever. But don't start blaming it. It's like me saying, "Oh, it's the chicken's fault it got in my mouth." Chicken's fault. No, it's not how it works. I mean, she's kind of right in that sense. They could just stay out of the sea, but they need to eat fish and so on as well. Like people have got jobs, and the allure of the unknown, especially of the ocean, is very like appetizing to people, isn't it? Oh, really? Oh, so that's almost like the unicorn thing. So humans have ate mermaids before as well. Okay, makes sense. They would, I guess. They're just another sea creature. Interesting. It's not like the Wild West down here. They've seemingly got like some kind of structure. But yeah, I did say earlier, like there's so much unexplored in the sea, in the dark ocean, and there's something alluring about that kind of unknown, isn't it? People just want to explore, do the dangerous. Do you know what we'll have for tea today? We'll have some boiled mermaid. So I wonder why humans stopped eating mermaids. He did tell you. Okay. Makes sense. Was she? Okay, and how exactly did these guys reproduce? Mermaid magic. So, if you were listening to this, surely you wouldn't like. This almost sounds inspiring in a sense of, you know what, I'm going to do that as well. But then you look at how your dad's ended up. Surely you're like, oh well, don't want to end up like you. Surely that's your outcome here, right? It's like initially it's like, oh yeah, you know what, that's pretty awesome. I love that. I love that story. That's true love right there. Saying like, oh, you've ended up this miserable old fart that doesn't even care about his son, doesn't move the whole day, does nothing. Like, why would I follow your choices? I guess we'll see how it goes here, but that's certainly what I'd be maybe thinking. Sorry guys, my allergies. The music in this one's probably been my favourite out of the five so far. Oh man, I don't think this is gonna happen, but I can see him kind of getting ripped apart by it. Just absolutely devoured by all these mermaids. I mean, music is a big part of this episode, so it makes sense that it would be the best in that regard. There's some lovely, lovely soundtracks. We're dancing. You've just got 1,000 mermaids looking at you. Damn, she's just gonna. Man, you all get a go. Let's all give him some air. Yeah, man, can you imagine how this guy looked when he got out? If you guys, many of you guys have been in like the water for too long and your hands will like shrivel up. Can you imagine how this guy fucking looks when he came out of there? Holy shit. He probably came out looking like an old man. You know what, I won't bother running out of time. I've only got a couple minutes. But yeah, that was really nice. Again, it's almost like a shame in a sense. Like these have all been so good, and I think the other ones have like concluded really nicely. And we haven't even concluded this one yet, but this one I think especially feels like it could have been longer. Like there could have been like a few more episodes and fleshed things out a bit more. The others that could have happened and probably would improve them to a certain degree as well. But I think again, this one especially feels like it could have a few more episodes, and it'd be really awesome. The other ones I'm like quite content with. This one I've still got like quite a few questions about things, even though it's the longest one as well. Ironically enough. But yeah, it was really lovely. Really lovely. A fucked up part of me still thinks this ends with him getting ripped apart, like ripped to shreds. But maybe that's just the dark side of me. Bloody hell. Look at this harem he's got. They'll do it. Okay. Well, it didn't end how I thought it would. Good. I say good. I would have liked it either way. This was a wholesome end. I kind of would have liked the crazy end as well, but not the type of story we're going for here. That was nice and wholesome, that wasn't it? Probably some things here delved into that it's probably gone right over my head, but yeah, I like that. Quite simple again, considering it was the longest. Kind of went against what I expected in that regard of just a simple kind of trauma love story in a sense. Creative freaks, is that what we're calling them? There's some CGI in this one. Didn't really notice, to be honest with you. Maybe on like the piano and stuff, maybe in like some background objects, but and this one was by Mappa. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really even notice any CG, to be honest with you. So I guess that's them doing a good job of it. The best CGI is the CGI you don't notice, not the stuff at like the forefront. That's always been a thing, to be honest, in cinema especially. Yeah, quite a wholesome one. Simple, wholesome, nice. I did say, as I did say a minute ago, it does feel like this one, if it did have another episode or two, I feel like it would have fleshed things out a bit. Like, this one probably could have used that the most, having more time / more episodes. But even still saying that, it was really nicely wrapped up here. Again, plenty of logistical questions and such, but not the importance. I did funny enough, I saw some comments on what was it? I think it might have been the first episode. No, it was the second episode. I saw a discussion on a forum. Someone was like questioning the fact that there was a guy that entered the school, shot his gun, and no one helped. Like no police or anything was called, and someone was like questioning that. I was like, maybe the same criticism of that comment could be said to me about this episode, where I was like, why do you care? There's like a message being portrayed here and such. Why do you care so much about the logistics of things? Not everything has to follow the rules of nature or the laws of physics and such. Like that is kind of what, especially if you're a fan of horror movies like me, you've got to throw out a lot of like logic and thinking, and the things that probably would happen in real life are definitely not going to happen in your classic kind of horror movie. So you've just got to forgo a lot of that. And it's like, when the message is this, why do you care so much about what would actually happen when what's being presented here is like the important thing? And you could probably say that about what I've said here about this episode, but like I did say, I do feel like this one probably could have used maybe an additional episode to get me on board with the relationship and such, but still very much enjoyed it. Where I put it, probably on the lower end of the episodes we've seen so far, but still really good episode here, wasn't it? Some really wholesome stuff. Mermaids, of course, scary creatures in fiction, and I'm glad they went with that portrayal here as well. It was a kind of that was one of the bigger interesting aspects to me of that kind of, that being afraid feeling, that kind of, it's so human in a sense to feel attraction towards that kind of scaredness. It's what I said with the horror movies. Is why I love horror movies now is it stems from when I was really young. I used to be absolutely terrified. I remember watching Jeepers Creepers, and I'd hide behind the couch because I couldn't watch it. I'd watch like a scene and then just hide behind the couch and just like whimper. Like memories like that, like you're weirdly kind of drawn to that feeling of being afraid and that kind of risk, and yeah, it's just interesting to think about. Yeah, another good one. Let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. I probably see this being quite a few people's favourites, to be honest with you, because I do think the music and the production was fantastic as well. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section, and we'll get straight into episode 6. Okay, back again with episode 6. I literally just watched episode 4 and 5 back to back. I'm going to be doing the same as 6. Probably going to have a little break after this, but not important for you guys. I think this is the shortest one so far, about 12 minutes long. So see what they can do in that short amount of time. So far, I honestly think the first one's still probably my favourite. Yeah, I think I probably say that first one, but they've all been like really close in terms of quality. They've all been like at least an 8 out of 10, so quite incredible actually, especially with such a variation. But yeah, we'll see what they can do in such a short amount of time here. There we go. Going back how far? 2000, turn of the millennium. Which I was alive for. I was 2 years old. No, I would have been 1 year old at this point, I think. So I've got Digivice. Oh, look at that TV. Classic TV right there. Oh, is this some like Freaky Friday stuff going on here? Woke up. Oh, no. Similar, but woke up as a girl syndrome. I mean, you could have a sex change. It's a possibility. So is the whole room as it was, or is she like in a whole different life? Oh really? That's fucked. So you can't even have a sex change. I mean, I don't want to sound too bad or anything. This might come across bad to some people, but I think it would be a lot easier to accept your boyfriend turning into a girl as a woman than it would be as a man for your girlfriend to turn into a boy. I think it'd be a lot. It probably has a lot more chance of continuing the relationship if you were to turn into a girl. To be honest with you, that would be a fucked up thing to happen though. Like, imagine your girlfriend just turn into a boy, and vice versa, of course. Fuck, that's a tough one. But I'm a girl. It wasn't the last person just called Toshihide in the last episode. I was Tamagotchi. I used to have one of those. I wonder how, like, is this genetic? Like, what's the deal with this syndrome? Did you not hear him? Jesus, the close up right there. Step back, bro. That's the charm of this fucking author, though, isn't it? Shots and shit like that. I really like it. It's fun. Adds a bit of spice to what otherwise would just be like a really pretty normal scene. Wow, that was you are saying that to a person that was a boy yesterday, which I expect he would hate. Jesus Christ, these guys are cringe. Checking that person's turned into a boy. What's wrong with these people? Honestly, yeah, bang this guy out, please. What a freak? I think that goes above verbal harassment. Is that not inciting? Yeah, this guy's a freak. Oh, that's her brother. Okay. They didn't make that obvious in the subtitles, but that's her brother, I believe. That complicates things now, doesn't it? I think she might have fallen in love with her girlfriend's brother, which sounds as complex as it is. I'm cheating on you. With who? With your brother. What, do you want to fuck the whole family at this point? So, just to pause for a sec, as in line with the last one was the longest yet. And this one feels like it could be the longest yet, but yet it's the shortest. This one feels like it maybe should be the longest yet. Like, this is covering something very big and interesting right here. Like, there's a lot of facets to this, and it's the shortest one. I find quite incredible. And where does this go? In 5 minutes. Like I said about the last story, this one seems like it could be like 2 or 3 episodes long as well. Like full 20-minute episodes. Hold on. This song. I fell in love with your brother. I had girl thoughts towards him. Bit more than cool. He made my fanny flutter. How the girls might say it. I felt a tingle. You would not like that. You would not like to hear that on her perspective, would you? I think if that happened to me, that'd be one of the worst things I'd ever hear. Jesus. Okay. What the hell? It's not just rape. The fuck? Jesus. Yeah, absolutely is rape. What the hell? What kind of reaction was that? How can you hear that and say let's have sex? My reaction would be the complete opposite. I'd be quite disgusted, honestly. If the person I loved somehow they fall in love with my brother or sister. Peachy keen. Damn. I mean, even the shirt checks. Oh damn. A one shot. Oh, she literally stepped on him as she went out as well. What a fucked up situation this is, Jesus. Again, how I'm not seeing how this is like being resolved in what, 2 minutes? What the fuck? You can make a movie out of this. The Amazon. It's girly, huh? Interesting. Interesting. So he was always on the girl kind of side of things. Okay, not how I expected this to go, honestly. I've fallen for you again, even as a different person. Do you know what I like that kind of, one of my favorite. You guys have probably all seen this movie, but one of my probably my favorite romance movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and slight spoiler here, I guess that's got a very similar concept to this of like, well, not exactly. I mean, it's not about sex change or anything, but It's about a couple that forget each other and then reignite their love after meeting as kind of new people. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend watching it. It's probably my favourite romance movie ever. And this is a pretty similar concept. I mean, she still remembers who she was before, but it is like, yeah, falling in love all over again. There's something quite charming about that, isn't there? Apparently there's like real stories of that happening as well. People that have been like comas for years, and I think there was one about like someone being like divorced and then they went into a coma and like had memory loss and then fall in love with their ex again or something like that. But yeah, it was really nice. Sorry guys, my allergies all over the place. But yeah, really nice episode. As I said, as with the last few, I would have maybe appreciated a bit more time again. Maybe that's just me being selfish, but it could only improve had it been even longer. Madhouse, this one, okay. I do like the style of the credits here. A bit of spice to it. Almost very almost reminds me of like cartoons, like childhood cartoons, these credits. But yeah, I like the story of this one. Again, it's there was depth if you look into it, I think, in regards to like the sex change stuff and him being quite girly. Even before he kind of turned into a woman. But I'm not sure what the hell the deal was with those fucking students, bro. Like, why are they so crazed like that? Why are they saying all that whack fucking rape stuff? Like, what was that about? That was very weird. But yeah, another really good episode. Like, not one even average one so far, which is crazy. Again, being Studio Madhouse and such, the animation and the look here was fantastic, wasn't it? Probably one of my favorites in terms of that. Even just like this, like I love this shot. Where is it? Where's the teach? Just something as small as the close up to the teacher like this is just like, it leaves an impression on you. Just like the hairy mole like that, just like these little details, the scruff. If you can't tell, I kind of like having scruff. I think I look better with like the scruff. Most people don't. I think I do. But yeah, even just like the little details like this, like it's not necessary, but it's just like it adds so much charm and such. I think this is probably one of the most charming ones of the 6 that I've watched so far. And yeah, like I said, they could have expanded upon this. I would have absolutely loved to see them expand upon it because I love these kind of questions. It's something similar in a few anime I've been watching recently. But yeah, the depth is there if you do wish to look into it. If you don't, still a fun little story in its own right, isn't it? But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section as we move on to the penultimate episode, episode 7. Okay, episode 7, the penultimate one. I think this one's about 20 minutes long, and then I'm going to assume the next one's quite short. I haven't actually checked, but just purely based off, I think someone said it was like 2 hours 30 for all of the episodes or something along those lines. I do think last episode, probably one of the most impressive animation-wise as well, to be fair. Rabbit cat. So that, I mean, a lot of the character designs obviously look a little bit like Chainsaw Man, but her especially looks straight out of Chainsaw Man. Just talking nonsense. A mage. Nayuta of the Prophecy. So this girl is going to be the end of the world. Does everybody know this? Looks like it. again, the voice acting in all these episodes have been fantastic. Well, surely, like, it's already an interesting question, isn't it? If it was prophesied someone would end the world, would you? I haven't seen Oppenheimer, but it's almost like that. Would you kill them if you knew that this was? If you knew this person would? Yeah. You can't just go around killing people, especially governments and such, even though they do secretly. But if it like, it's that age-old question of like, would you change the train tracks if it was to kill one person or 5 people? Would you alter it to just to kill one person, or would you let nature take its course? Like, why kill the father? I guess it's kind of his fault in a sense. It is his seed. Okay. What does that achieve? What have you achieved by killing the father? And this isn't exactly the same, but I love The Omen. And that's kind of like with Damien. It's yeah, similar kind of premise. But what kind of good law allows the killing of anybody? Like death sentence. It's always been a controversial thing. Less so nowadays. Well, I say that, maybe not so much less so nowadays, but especially like I find it contentious, the death penalty. Like I do think there are some crimes that people do deserve the death penalty, but as has been proven all throughout time, some people are wrongly imprisoned. I think you can only do that if it is like 100% sure that they committed that crime. Some cases, even if they admit to it, some people still lie and feel pressured and didn't actually do it. So, and like I said, there's plenty of people that have been locked up in the past for crimes that were wrongly locked up and were released 30, 40 years after. So what happens if someone was wrongly convicted and you killed them? Shit's going down. Like the government, like shit is going down. So I'm kind of on the side of, I kind of agree with the death penalty, but I think it's probably right that it shouldn't be a thing, just in case. And personally, I also think that in some cases, maybe not for everyone, but I'd hope that the time, if they spent their life in prison, that would be a worse thing to happen than to die, because it almost feels like they kind of, especially if it's a disgusting crime, it almost feels like they kind of get out easy by dying rather than actually facing the real consequences. Like this sounds terrible, but you'd hope like if someone done something really disgusting, you'd almost hope that they don't die, but every week in prison they drop the soap, stuff like that. They just like yeah, like I think that's probably much worse. If they don't want that, I mean, they could turn to like that kind of stuff, but yeah, something like that. Fortunately, I recently watched the Monster Dharma kind of documentary thing. It's not really a documentary because there's a lot of inaccuracies and such, I believe. Not that I'm hugely clued up on the subject, but with that, he ended up just slight spoiler here. Someone killed him in jail. I think that's probably much more likely than Like, even if they don't have the death sentence, someone's probably gonna hear about what they've done and kill them anyway. But I'd want them to suffer more than death. If that makes sense. So already some interesting questions popping up here, aren't there? And this guy's got a good point as well. You're so scared about one little girl. Why are you not terrified of these nuclear weapons? Maybe that's the case. Maybe the girl doesn't actually kill the world. Maybe she just conjures up a button that somebody else could press to kill everybody in the world. Like a nuke. Like, she creates the nuclear remote. Yet somebody else has to press it. And that's why. I don't know. So he's in a tough position, I'll say that. He's in a very tough position. An incredibly tough position. Because he probably knows the right thing to do, probably from his experiences that we see there, is to probably kill her. But that is his little sister. Like, how much longer can you come home to this and be like, things are okay? It's Gilgamesh, bro. Is that like some kind of compliment? I almost feel like she's being nice to him by doing that, weirdly. Like, here, have some. Me too. Whatever that means. Those horn fucking where her horns broke the pillow. And little details like that with this guy, it just like, again, it just adds an extra like layer to his materials. Again, it's just like maybe unnecessary small things, but they add up, man. They really do. Hey, well, this episode's been looking pretty fantastic as well, animation wise. They all have. I don't know about you guys, but it does feel like she's doing this out of like a good place, weirdly. Like a weird sense of her own kind of goodness and niceness. Like she's doing this for him or something. I don't know. Something just doesn't. It doesn't feel like she's just killing these things just so she can kill them. I don't know. Yeah, this is a step too far, to be fair. Yeah. It is escalating. Nobody believes you, bro. Surely. Yeah. No, nobody's gonna believe you. Bless him. The wide. Pig's foot. Wow, the first actual like non-combination animal. Just a rat. Just a measly rat. She write down here. Sorry. Damn. She put a lot of effort into that. I was gonna say it's a minute ago. I'm kind of surprised he's alive and like, okay. Is this the end of the world? Just subtly just twist her neck. Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit. She is Gilgamesh, isn't she? Bloody hell. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the end, slight spoiler here, the end of Cabin in the Woods. Have you guys seen that movie? Where they just say, fuck it, the world dies. So it was that. I did kind of feel like it was out of like a good place, weirdly. Like even the way she talks, she's talking nonsense, but you can kind of feel what she's saying. It's quite incredible. I feel like the voice acting helps with that. Oh my god. Here we fucking go. Oh my god. Hands as well. Would this have happened if they didn't attack her brother though? I'm not so sure it would have. Wow. Oh, that says everything about modern day, doesn't it? These motherfuckers sooner watch the world end on their phone than actually experience anything in actual. Yeah. Jesus. Beautiful chaos. You know what I want to? I want to see the manga panels of that. I reckon that looks sick as fuck. I think plenty of people have died. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, would you like that's dangerous right there? Would you like you run the risk of pissing her off, which would then absolutely doom everyone. But it's also the case of perhaps she hasn't ever had this and she needs it because she's never experienced this because everybody's been too scared to. So yeah, I was kind of thinking about that a minute ago. That's exactly what was needed. But it also could have been the same thing that might have pushed her to the edge. Luckily, it was not. At the end of the day, this is the way I'm taking it. Is this is just a real simple story of brotherly and sisterly love, to be honest. Just with some slight twists in there. But at the end of the day, it's actually quite wholesome. I kind of wish I killed you, to be honest. Sure, she might have just ended the world because she had a tantrum. That's my fucking sister. Again, you can't fault him as a brother. Maybe as a human, you can fault him, but as a brother. I mean, I think it's pretty evident she has a human heart, right? Probably. Probably. Yes, we are. Yeah, that's the point. We are okay with that. You did. I don't think so anymore. Oh well, this author's quite good at writing scary women, isn't he? Aksatsu. Okay. Also probably another one of my favorites right there. I really like this one. This one a little bit less in terms of the story. It was again quite simple. There wasn't too much going on in that regard, but again, simple yet really fucking effective. Just about brotherly and sisterly love. Some really fucking cool cinematic scenes and such in there. Like when the end of the world was happening, like that shit was sick. Even like the gore with the cows and the animals as well, I thought was really cool. But yeah, this one probably one of my favorites so far. Absolutely. Not sure what studio done this one, but they've done a really good job. Again, I did notice some CGI background characters, but Mapper again, okay. Yeah, I did notice some like CGI background characters, but like proper background. Like, yeah. Kevin Penkin, I've heard that name before. In terms of animation or music, I can't remember. But yeah, probably one of my favourite ones so far. I still think the first one probably my favourite. But this one, either second or third, I think. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As usual, got the final one coming up, so you can skip that if you do so wish. But yeah, really good one here. Like I said, simple yet effective. Like I said, feels like it takes a bit of inspiration. Maybe not takes inspiration, but it does feel like a bit of a culmination of some like horrors I've seen before. The Omen, Cabin in the Woods, like the end of that movie, for example. And I really like those movies, if you can't tell. But yeah, some really nice gore here, interesting kind of concept, really tough position for our brother character here. And yeah, just like some interest, like it had the mix of like interesting setup characters. It was really quite charming as well, and you really got behind the relationship between this brother and sister here, even though you couldn't understand her whatsoever. It was actually quite evident, even just through like her actions and the way she was saying stuff of her intentions. Like I never felt bad about her at all, really. It kind of fucked up what she was doing, but it kind of came from a good place. But yeah, everything from the animation, voice acting, everything was superb here. Like I said, probably one of my favorite ones yet. But again, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comment section as we move on to the final episode. What's up, guys? Back with the final episode. Recording this right after the last one, which was one of my favorites, which you probably just heard me speak about. But got a bit of a warning on this one about nudity, so please do be advised. And yeah, this one's about 17 minutes, so about in the middle of all the episodes so far. I've had like 13 minutes, I've had like 20, so about in the middle. But yeah, let's see where we end off. Again, I'm not really sure what's going on with this. Like, it said 17 to 26, but there's only 8 instead of 9. I am making sure to count correctly, I think, as well. Like, I hope I'm not being stupid here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Well, that only adds up to 24. Sorry, I'm fucking up the timer big time. Yeah, that only adds up to 24, right? Like, we're missing a couple. No? Is there maybe 2 episodes to come at a later date or something? Maybe? I'm not really sure. I was thinking maybe it means instead of 17 to 26, it means you start from 18, like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That would actually make sense. Yeah, maybe I'm just counting wrong. Sure, those things are fucking stinky. I remember them at school. So the first one was probably my favourite so far. Do you reckon the last one may overtake that? We'll see. Oh, so it's art nudity, okay. Pretty fucking good as well. Sisters. That's her naked in front of everyone. That would be very embarrassing. At school. Not in the art world, it's not. But why would you display that? Now, it feels like something you should not be looking at. How could you do that though? Yes, it's a beautiful piece of art, but think about this the social life of these kids. A bit weird, honestly, from you. You have no understanding of how fucking children work, do you? Literally, you could be any more wrong. I don't think you could be any more wrong with that statement. You won't stop hearing about this for fucking till it's gone. Got to say, at least she's a girl. If this was a boy and he had a small one, that would probably end his life, honestly. But yeah, this is like a nightmare right here. Exactly. That's you. That's now who you are. That is your existence now. You're the naked girl. Oh my god. Again, it's just not like super weird. All these adults get to see it and stuff. I should have like something legal about that now. Like, is this not technically CP? Look at them. Oh my god, they got her fucking posing like that as well. Yeah, you're gonna have to kill your sister, I think. Jesus. I mean, this happened in my school. There was like nude photos of girls that were like sent about and so on. It was always pretty disgusting. I always felt really bad for them. Like, oh wow, you sent them to this person, and that person sent them everywhere. It's like, how much of a dick do you have to be to do that? This is a pretty similar case. Payback. I don't know what you're expecting, girl. You realise what you did. The quiet wrath. Yeah, it's not revenge prawn. This is revenge art right here. How does this guy come up with these concepts, bro? How does one come up with this? I understand why. She's pretty good at drawing as well. I guess they're an art school, aren't they? So Just comparing herself there. When things started getting a bit more serious. I think this is actually quite an often occurrence in siblings, isn't it? You want to kind of separate, you want to become your own person, you want to, especially when you're faced with maybe your younger sibling being more impressive than you as well at things you love doing. Just judging off her voice, I could be wrong about this, but just by her voice actor, she seems like the kind of, the younger sister here seems like the type that would be like locked up in a house, like doesn't go out too much and such. Probably because, as we saw earlier, it's that kind of thing when you are the younger sibling, you always feel like you have to catch up. She's probably at a more advanced stage than her older sister was at the same age, because she's always thought, oh, I've always got to catch up. She's had more to kind of catch up to the whole time. So she's been improving at a heavier rate. Hence where all this has come from, I believe. Feels like, yeah, you need to catch up, you need to follow their footsteps. Whereas the older sister kind of got to get away from that now. And the comparisons and such. It's an interesting setup, this, isn't it? Interesting setup. It's not really that much alike, but it does remind me of the previous work. Look back a little bit. But at the end of the day, they are sisters. It's lovely. Also, one thing I'm slightly confused at is that scene with her drawing her. When was that exactly? When did that happen? Because we heard about like the job thing, yet we see her in school. Like, that is something I'm slightly confused over, but it's not a massive thing. So, and that's probably just down to my perception of things. Just take it in stride, though. Mana. This is the energy source, the eraser. Man, some nostalgia came up the other day of like those like watermelon erasers. Americans call them. They're called rubbers here in the UK. Although sounds quite funny to American people because rubbers are condoms. But yeah, there was like watermelon ones and like fruit shaped ones, and they're always fucking useless. They just used to spread the pencil rather than erase it. So on that one, I am on the case of maybe it should be called an eraser, to be honest, because that is what it says on the tin. That's her just steaming on her head. Yeah, it makes absolute sense you'd feel that way. Why are you looking at it? And is that not weird? What I'm gonna take is I'm gonna take it that these girls are. It's an art kind of college, I think they said. So I'm gonna take it as in they're all of age. I mean, they don't look it. Then again, hardly any anime characters look their age. They always look younger. So I'm gonna take it that these girls are adult girls. I'm gonna censor this stuff anyway, I think, just in case. But yeah, I hope that's the case. I expect that to be the case, but who knows with Japan? Who knows? Again, I feel like you'd be breaking some kind of laws if you displayed this and it wasn't the fact that these people were adults. So, no, I don't think that's why. I don't think that's why at all. Jeez. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, animation. Jesus. This episode, again, all of them look great, but this episode also looks incredible. Down to the tiny details. And some awesome music yet again. Yeah, just like look at that wood. Like it looks incredible. It's just like it's just some wood. It's incredible how good it looks. Jesus. What Stu did on this one as well. I think I might not censor the. I think I might just censor the actual naked girl. Not sure I have the time to censor all these fucking drawings. I mean, you could say that's a drawing as well because it literally was, but that was a bit different, I think. I don't know. Yeah, got to teach her a lesson. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. I won't bother this one out of time. We've only got a couple minutes. This is how you do it. How the hell did you get that dirty? By putting your all into it, I guess. Oh, like, look at that as well. Like fucking hell. This one has probably been one of the most impressive visually. Oh, that just looks real. Look at this. Like you can't. Like, is this drawn? This looks real. Is this real? Like genuinely, is this actually real? I wish something could give it away. It looks absolutely real, like a photo taken in real life. is this real? Guys, let me know. Like, pause on this shot. Like, you could say it's about quite a few of the shots, but pause on this shot. This does, like, if this can be drawn, like, that is just insane to me. What? If this is a drawn piece, this might not be. This genuinely might be a photo taken in real life. But if it's not, then my god, like, how the hell? It's so, like, I imagine this is just going to be on the screen for what, 2 seconds? But this amount of detail in this shot, it's wow. Again, this is probably the most visually impressive one yet. Jesus Christ. And it got replaced. Do you know what? I like that. I love that. That's the lesson taught right there. You know what? We won't fucking. We'll beat you. We'll beat you at your own game. We'll teach you how it's done. She painted herself. Wow. More accurate. Imagine that. She was so pissed at the start. She ended up actually replacing the photo of herself with a worse looking version, but a more accurate one and a better one, and a one their sisters should look up to. Isn't that hilarious? Would you expect that to be the outcome? Like, if you watch the first 2 minutes of this, if you got told the outcome would be she replaces the photo with another photo of herself naked, I'd be like, no way. But I'm just amazed at the amount of talent that they've, like, the stories have been great, but also like the production over all of these, like over 8 episodes. It really is quite incredible, isn't it? One of the best this year. The best productions I've seen this year for sure. I mean, it was poetic, right? Yeah, that's just how this story's gone. Okay, and that is it. But I think that was probably one of my favourites as well, you know. I was a bit skeptical initially. Thought it would be like some kind of revenge story here, and I guess it kind of was in a more wholesome way. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you if you watched all the way through as well. If you just picked out specific ones, thanks for watching those as well. Yeah, again, overall, I'll talk about this one just quickly before summarizing the series in general. Again, maybe the best looking one. I mean, Jesus, especially towards the end here, the artworks all looked fantastic. I'll try and pause on a shot that's not new so that I can censor it. Yeah, even from like the mundane, just like rooms and the wood and just everything looked fucking incredible. Everything. Voice acting was really good, really wholesome story here as well. Probably one of the, I mean, it was still an impactful story. It didn't impact me as much as some of the earlier episodes, but like as a whole product, I think this is probably one of my favorites as well. Top 3 for sure. But again, saying that, it'd be really hard to rank these because they're all, again, at least an 8 out of 10. They're all incredible. So again, I'm just amazed at the consistency throughout, even with plenty of different studios and people working on it. It could have been a bit of a jumbled mess, but it was absolutely the opposite. It was almost like organized chaos in the best way. And yeah, another fantastic one here. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about the series as a whole as well. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely binged it all in about 3 hours. But I can't wait to watch it again as well. Especially some of the more standout stories I'm looking forward to watching again. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this series as a whole down in the comment section, this episode as well, of course. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. I'll probably leave a link to some of the author's other works up above and in the description. So, yep, you can catch them there. Thank you guys very much again for watching, and have a good rest of your day.